Hello folks, Rob, aka MaximumRD, back once again, throwing up a quick, well, I don't know how quick it'll end up being, but just thought I'd throw this video together, just going through some of my collection and going through the boxes, and found my collection of Amiga, Commodore Amiga, and Commodore CD32 CDs, basically, my software. I don't have any original floppies left for the Amiga platform. And unfortunately, the closest thing I have to a Commodore a Commodore Amiga these days is my Commodore CD32. But it is unexpanded, and I don't have a very good joypad for it. It's kind of crap. But who knows, one day. I mean, I can run any of these discs now through emulation. It's not the preferred method, of course, but you know, when you don't have the original hardware anymore. Anyway, I don't want to go on about that. That was hardware lost long ago. Yes, I regret it today, but anyways. So yeah, just thought I'd take a look. I've over the years I just could never end up parting with the discs that I had originally. So again, just taking a quick look. Some of my original Commodore CD32 titles. I have Super Skid Marks. Yes, I know, it's a funny name. It's actually a great quarter view. I think I don't know what it's like, Super Sprint, but more of a, yeah, or RC Pro-Am on the in original 8-bit Nintendo. But it's got really good graphics, multiplayer, and yeah, just a lot of fun. Really liked it. Some of the magazines back in the day. CU Amiga gave it 92%, Amiga Power 91, Amiga Action 90. Just great fun racing game. I have 2 copies for some reason of the Chaos Engine by the Bitmap Brothers. A really cool platform / shooter. Great game, lots of fun, and as always, the Bitmap Brothers quality of excellent graphics, cool sound effects. Again, for some reason, I have 2 copies of that. Alien Breed 3D, that would be Ocean and Team 17's take on the old Doom type of third-person shooter. So, pretty cool. This is the manual that goes with it, along with the code book, which was required for you to punch in a code at certain points in the game. That's their form of copy protection. Pain in the butt. You can't really copy this code book because, if you can tell, it's black print on black pages. It's hard enough to even see what's written in here, let alone try to photocopy it. Yes, early copy protection technique. Arcade Pool by Team 17. It was actually quite popular back in the day. Team 17, another big publisher of Amiga games. Really cool. Amiga Format gave it a gold award of 94%. Amiga Format, oh, what a great magazine that was. I loved that magazine. I mean, it was from the UK, but obviously imported here to Canada. I would pick it up, look forward to every issue. In the Amiga's heyday, it was a huge magazine. You know, it looked like any typical, well, it didn't look like any typical PC magazine, but as far as size and content, it was just packed full. But it was big, glossy, beautiful articles, and great screenshots and everything. Think Retro Gamer magazine today, but dedicated to the Amiga. Let's see what else I've got. Oh, I'll pass on that one. I think that's it for original CD32 games. Let's just dig in here. Anyway, the other thing I have is a lot of cover CDs. You know, cover CDs. That's like cover floppies, cover discs. They would come in Amiga format. I have a ton of those. Let's see, Amiga format, and often they'd load them up with demos of programs, or often case full programs worth various amounts with licenses that they had from the publishers of the software. Of course, I found, as it seemed to me at least, as the Amiga was losing its popularity and its losing what little market it had in the home computing market that these Coverdisks seem to start containing more and more free full-price programs, I guess, as they were trying to establish what a great multimedia machine that it was. It was trying to get the software out there, and a shame, of course. It was a great platform, the Amiga computer. If you used it back in the day, I don't have to explain it to you. But anyways, just some more Amiga format Coverdisks. These days, unfortunately, the closest thing I have to actual Amiga hardware would be my CD32, but alas, it is unexpanded. The one gamepad I have for it pretty much bites. It's not very good. I have to get a better gamepad. And as to expanding it into a full Amiga, unfortunately at this point in time I don't see that happening. It's just those add-ons get more and more rare and more expensive, and so unfortunately it's not a priority of my life these days, but I wish that were not the case. Unlimited funds, unlimited time. I would have a fully expanded Amiga CD32. This I could guarantee you. But unfortunately, my only way to experience any of this software that I've kept would be to actually probably run it in an Amiga emulator. Sad. But it's the way it goes. It seems one way or the other. Either I have the hardware and nothing to run on it, or I have the software and no hardware to run it. But anyways, this isn't meant to be a rant or a complaint or a bitch about my life. I just want to with Amiga Emulation being free, or you can get a great Amiga Emulation pack that these days from the publishers of Amiga Forever. It's a wonderful Amiga Emulation package which lets you run just about anything, which I've actually gotten. They've actually come out with a 2009 version of it that looks even more improved. And a lot of you are like, yeah, but I run UAE and I've got the ROMs and I've got the games and I've got it fully configured and etc. And it's the same for me. I've been running Amiga Emulation since it first came out and was pretty much unusable. But the thing is, this is a legal package. They've legally obtained the ROMs, the kickstarts. They wrapped it up in a nice, easy-to-use interface that lets you launch the software. But anyways, enough about that. I may do a video specifically on Amiga Forever and Amiga Emulation. But in the meantime, as I said, I'm just going through these, give you a look. Basically, see, I have a whole box full of just Amiga Coverdisks, and yeah, in some ways I think I've just held on to them for sentimentality or sentimental reasons. I just God, I miss my Amiga days. I admit it. I grew up with Commodore. Like from the VIC-20 to the 64, to my Amiga 500, to an Amiga 1200, to an expanded Amiga 1200. Man, I couldn't even give up that platform. I considered my move to my inevitable and necessary move to the PC. I went kicking and screaming, but we all had to do it sooner or later. But still, a great multimedia machine in its time. So anyway, that was just a quick look. I wanted to go through, give you a look at some of the great Coverdisks that I have collected over the years. A giant spindle of Amiga. This is all CD32 and AGA graphics, which the 1200, the 4000, and the CD32 had the AGA graphics chipset. And these are all CD32 Coverdisks, demos, movies, good stuff. Anyways. Alright, so stay tuned for a future video. This is just kind of a bonus thing I thought I'd throw up at the last minute. Maybe I'll actually get my CD32 running some of this stuff. Thanks for tuning in. Once again, get ready for some better stuff coming down the line. Something more planned. And thanks for watching as always. Join, comment, rate. Love you all. And I gotta do some shout outs soon.